6 years ago, I had to raise my hand to go use the bathroom. And now I'm in charge of hundreds of people and entertain hundreds of millions of people. And so it is crazy just how quick it comes up. And I wish I was a little bit older so I could have ran a couple of companies and failed a few companies in the past and like learn from those and apply those here. Because I know for a fact when I'm 34, I'm 24 now. When I'm 34, I'll know so much more about running a business and scaling and hiring and how to lead people and better effectively communicate and all these different skill sets that will make me a better leader. That's the only thing that sucks is I just don't have those because I just haven't been through the lessons, and I just have such a lucrative thing on my plate right now, and it just sucks that I have to learn the lessons with the lucrative thing. I feel like I actually could give a lot of value to young people who are doing it, like older people who've built 5 companies or whatever they do. I probably couldn't, they're going to be like, oh, this is so obvious. But for younger first-time business owners, you gotta just experiment, to be honest. And for us, like it's just a new space. No one had really ever scaled up a 100-person team to make content on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So there wasn't I spent all this time like I hired one person from Disney at one point to come in and help. And obviously that was a dumb idea looking back on it. But, I thought, oh, they make great stuff people want to watch. And they come over here and help me build a team. And, and they build it more the traditional way and not like how it should be online. And so then it's like, okay. And now I'm not trying to trash people. Like they all tried their best. But then I hired this one person who does this different type of media and runs a 100-person team. And then you come in here and they try to build it that way and they don't really listen to you or value or see the difference. And I tried basically for building this company with like 4 or 5 different people who worked in different veins of media. And, every single time it's just like, they just don't get it. And they don't understand my world. And the eventual solution was just like to roll up my sleeves and do it myself, with like James or him, man. And just like, no one's ever done this, and like no one's gonna just give us a golden carrot and tell us how to build this company. And so for me, that was a big part of like stop trying to have someone build this company for me and just do it myself, because it's scary. Like I spent my whole life studying YouTube videos of virality, not business building. I was like, I guess we just got to do it ourselves, and that's where things really started to click, and we got the exponential growth. And we started getting the right people and training them the right way, and just throwing conventional stuff out the door and focusing on what's actually practical for YouTube, which is just completely different than traditional media. I mean, it's just even like, how you do the lighting on sets, or like how you do the audio, or not writing scripts. So, we're just not as efficient with our filming. Like sometimes I have to have 30 cameras running. Why? Because it's not scripted. I don't know what Chris is going to do when we start filming. He might run over there, but guess what? We got to have it planned because there's only one shot. Yeah, and then the editing as well, and not having guardrails and kind of, at the end of the day, it's whatever I want. The video, their job is to make a video that they think I'll like because it's my channel. But, you can achieve that kind of however. And so it's just, everything's just different. My biggest fear is I don't ever want to get trapped in like a bubble of, because we are getting 100 million views of video on the main channel. Like, but I don't want to get in this feedback loop of just my ideas are great or not feedback loop, but stop learning and improving. Because it is easy sometimes to be like, what we're doing is working. We need to just keep doing it. I want to keep learning and trying new things. And I guess one way I'd put it is like, you don't, when you're on a come up or you're growing, you don't want to test new things once you start to plateau or have a downtrend. Because if you're like, you're skyrocketing, right? You're up, and then you level off and you start to go down and you're like, oh, this isn't working anymore. Let's start experimenting. Well, if you have a bad experiment, now you're in like a tailspin. You're nosediving, and you have one more bad experiment. You're like screwed, kind of. I'm oversimplifying. You want to test things while you're still growing to keep the growing from happening. Because once you like have, again, very oversimplifying that, like, kind of level off, you do a couple tests, they go wrong. You're like screwed. You know what I mean? You're already out the door. And now you're just confirming that you were out the door and online entertainment. So that's kind of how I see it. So I think it's very imperative that you're constantly always experimenting and trying things, even if you're getting crazy, unheard of growth.